Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, what's the date?
It's Monday, October 10th.
Whoa. Wow. That's quite rude, Alexa. Okay, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6:15 a.m. Have a good morning, Edward.
Alexa, what is the weather forecast?
Right now in Argosa Valley, it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather with a high of 85 degrees and a low of 53 degrees.
Okay, high of 85. Temperature's really going down. So you notice my generosity hat. We were fortunate yesterday that Stephen Wesley came out, shot a little bit of video out here, and yeah, we had a good day at the Oasis with Stephen Wesley, and I got a hat. So cool. Really lucky. We're going to be promoting these along with the tea. So here we are at Career Services. Oh, I've got to, since this is a little homey thing, right? Not homey meaning homie, like hey homie, but this is homey like we're just here chatting, having a cup of coffee. I've got to do my morning coffee thing, which works better with the French press when it's actually pouring through. So this is thanks to Jeannie. This is Starbucks French roast. Let's see, Charlene, my assistant here. Charlene, are there any Starbucks straws over there for straw action? Oh, good. Great. Thank you. Oops. Any other straws? Was this the last straw? Okay. That's not a good straw. There's a technique for straws. Okay, so here we are at Career Services, where our goal is to help you move from point A to point B, point A to point B, where point B is better. You're at point A now, point B is better. And we do that several ways through this podcast. That's one way. Through our podcast. Let me go to our notes so I can make it quicker. Let's see. Yes, the podcast. And down below, look in the description down below, click on the bell, subscribe, click on the bell, and you will see links. First, there's a link to our 4-week basic training course, a vital, essential course for people who want to learn why they do the things that they do, not just how. It's a neuroscience approach. Before going on, make sure you have pen and paper, and it looks like Charlene does. Good. Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for Johnny? Knowledge. Okay. So that's one link. Another link is to the motivational video that I watch in the morning to prepare for this. Another link is a link to the video that goes along with our basic training course. Today it's Dr. Daniel Amen on what they've learned from doing 80,000 brain scans. Then we have a whole bunch of information and links to things that we do for our members to provide housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, help getting ID, skills training, foundational employment, and career employment, career planning services. And we have the transcript of Seth Godin's blog post. Okay, there we go. So again, make sure you have pen and paper because the goal is to learn stuff. In order to learn, you have to retain it. You have to remember it. And every time you see it, say it, hear it, do it, you make another copy in your brain. So writing it down provides two benefits. Number one, it does what? It provides multiple copies in your brain, because to write something down, you have to repeat it many times and you see it. And the other thing it does is you can go back and look at it later. Ding, ding, ding. We can look at it and go back and help us remember it. If you don't write it down, you hear it, it's gone. Now what you have to do is re-listen to the whole thing. There's virtually no value just listening to this and saying, wow, cool, because tomorrow you're not going to remember it. You're not going to remember anything. You have to write it down. Or better yet, listen, take notes, then go to the next video, the motivational video. You can just listen to it in your car. And then after that, listen to Dr. Amen's thing. These are like 10-minute, 15 minutes. So in half an hour, you could go through pretty much all of these. Certainly within an hour a day, you can be prepared, greatly improve your life. Just spending an hour a day, 1 hour a day. Is it worth it? Is it worth making an extra $2,000 a year to spend an hour a day?
Yes.
Okay, that's only $1 an hour. Yeah, the average person, 40 hours a week times 50 weeks, 2,000 hours. An extra $1 an hour is $2,000 a year. You should make an extra 10. So is it worth investing an hour of your time to get $2,000 to $20,000 a year? Okay, cool. Now, what is the approach we use to help you get from point A to point B? What's the approach we use? Breadcrumbs. Bleep, bleep, bleep. So maybe for tomorrow, well, who knows if you'll be here, maybe online. Breadcrumbs. So we use little breadcrumbs, as Professor Nancy Kane from Harvard Business School says, little breadcrumbs, things that you can follow. They're easy to follow that lead you to your destination, your goal. And our little breadcrumbs start with 2 words. Well, maybe it's 3 words, right? It's simple. It looks like 2 words, but one is a contraction. So it is simple, ... And today, it's simple. Change yourself. You want to become successful? Change yourself. Is that kind of like duh? Right? If you're not successful and you want to become successful, what do you need to do?
Change yourself.
Yeah. Okay. And today's video, motivational video, is really a good one. You have to be willing to change yourself. You can't change the outcome without changing the inputs or the behavior in this case. So if you want to become successful, change yourself. The harder question is, how do you change yourself? Okay, so moving on, because time is racing and we are now at, 7:58 minutes into it already. So change yourself. Today's TED Talk is Daniel Amen. It's about damaging your brain, fixing your brain through a what?
Brain Smart program.
Brain Smart program, right. And this is designed to be a Brain Smart program. So you see how easy it is to damage your brain. It talks about 5 ways to damage your brain. We'll talk about those tomorrow. But you can repair your brain. So you can easily damage your brain because, as he says, it's the consistency of soft butter. And inside our skull, there's a lot of bony ridges. So you can damage your brain through what? Drugs, alcohol, traumatic brain injury, brain disease, and something growing on your brain. There's other ways, but those are the 5 main ways to damage your brain. The brain can be repaired through a Brain Smart program. This is a Brain Smart program, but it involves repetition, learning, focus, etc. I didn't talk about today's video. Okay, so here's some things to know about changing yourself, how to change yourself. You can't, oftentimes we find out we can't change the circumstances. So as Viktor Frankl would said, if you find you can't change the circumstances, you're forced to what? Change yourself. Well, change yourself. Okay. Well, that could be how you react. Good. So that's a good answer. Boom. Okay. Another thing. Don't wish it was easier. When you get in a situation, God, this is hard. It sucks. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were what? Better. How about that? Instead of wishing something was easier, wish you were better. And Don't wish for less problems. Wish for what? More skills.
Oh,
How about that?
yeah.
Yeah. Right? Because if you can solve more problems than the other guy, what is the result of that?
You're more valuable.
Correct. Exactly. Bullseye. Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny? How about a smile? Okay. Ooh, scary. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So again, under the heading of change, success is something you attract. You can't pursue, well, I think you can pursue success. Well, I think you can actually cultivate success. But here, the thing is, success is something you attract by the person you become. So as you change, you should become somebody better. Then there's a very good thing at the end about how the brain works, a neuroscience approach by Haberman, the brain, duration, path, and outcome. So the brain wants to make things easy. Its focus is duration, path, and outcome. So that's kind of like, how long is it going to take to do this thing? How do we do it? And what's the result? So if you focus on learning something, what's the outcome? What's the result?
More skills.
Yeah, whatever it is you wanted to learn. If you want to learn to play golf, the outcome is golf. Then there's what is the duration to learn to play golf? How long does that take? And then what is the path? How do you do it? You watch TED Talk video, or do you watch videos? Do you just go out there with a club and kind of do it yourself? Do you get a coach? What do you do? All right, so that's that. Let's go on to Seth Godin. Compared to what? Compared to what? Satisfaction is often driven by the story we tell ourselves. How does this compare to what I expected? Compared to what I used to have? Compared to the person sitting next to me? How does this compare to the person sitting next to me? The richest person in the world used to sleep on the floor and eat moldy food. True or false? The richest person in the world.
That pilot guy.
Pilot guy? The richest person in the world used to sleep on the floor and eat moldy food, but still felt great because it was more than the person in the next cave. Right?
Okay.
Okay. The good news is that our perception of comparison is up to us. Okay. That's why when we get to our Navy SEAL maxims and we say, how do you embrace the suck? One way is to get that there's 1 billion people that would love to change places with you right now. As uncomfortable as you are, there's 1 billion people who would love to change places with you right now. Okay, so I think we've gone through our stuff. We are at 13:34, not bad. Let's go to our Navy SEAL Maxim, wrap this up. Let's see, anybody call in? Anybody out there? Okay, good morning. Diana's out there. Good morning, Diana. Good, most just will note, good morning. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Navy SEAL Maxim. What is the Navy SEAL Maxim? Boom.
Yesterday was the only easy day.
Yesterday was the only easy day. So let's put the emphasis on yesterday, not easy. If I say to you, why do birds fly south for the winter? What is your answer to that?
To survive the cold.
No. I'm saying, why do birds fly south? Why do birds fly south for the winter?
For more temperate weather.
No, they fly because it's too far to walk. Okay. Why do they fly south? Because it's warmer.
Okay.
Than flying north, right?
Okay.
So it's where you put the emphasis, right? Those are in law school, we learn that. Why do birds fly south? Because it's too far to walk. Why do they fly south? Because it's warmer. Okay. Et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so yesterday was the only easy day. So that implies what?
Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
No, what does it imply? If yesterday was the
To,
only easy day,
push yourself a little bit more today.
yeah, push yourself a little bit more today. And we do that through four basic things. One, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Two,
Don't compare yourself.
don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. In other words, it's not harder for me today compared to that person. Three,
Have a goal.
have a goal. If you don't have a goal, well, let's say it this way. If you don't have a goal, you're rudderless. You're just going to be carried along with the current. It's hard to be better. Make yesterday the only easy day if you don't know what you're doing. But if you have a goal, the goal is going to pull you towards it. And the last one,
Be more samurai.
be more samurai, which means what? Here.
Work your work to perfection, considering the time and resources available.
Exactly. So with that, I will say, and cut. Cut. Oops, cut. There we go.